Well, tomorrow, D, you get a new face.
I'm
And I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to miss the old one.
I like that. That's a good one.
Are you excited?
Let's see. I am actually. I mean, I haven't had like a medical procedure in a long time.
Yeah, same.
Like, I'm trying to think, like I had like endoscopy like 15 years ago because I thought I had an ulcer.
The little, like, do you feel anxious?
I thought I would be. I'm kind of not. I mean, we'll see tonight. I have to get up in the morning and head over to the surgery center. I think because it's not like overnight and it's like in and out.
Right. And you know them.
And I know the person doing it. And so I think I'm a little less anxious. Although I was just at a kid's birthday and a guy was telling me 2 instances where the deviated septums were botched.
What happens with a botch? It just continues to be deviated?
He went in for a deviated septum and his nose got bigger.
Damn, really?
Yeah, so that was one. So that's not great. Like, I don't want to come back with a huge schnoz.
Right.
I'm cool with not looking better, but I don't want to look worse.
Right.
So that's one. And then someone else was talking about that, like, there's been cases where, like, I don't know, the skin layer that gets removed within the nose sometimes cause like debilitating headaches, which not great either.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. How long ago was that though? Was it recent?
No, not recently.
Surgery?
No.
I feel like it's like an older, I don't know this at all, but I just feel like they figured out whatever that error was. I don't hear about that anymore. Okay. But it seems like people who had it a while ago, that was like a decently
that was the reason. Yeah. So we'll see. So I get in there at 9 and they're saying you're pretty much get to leave by 12.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And then you're just on some painkillers and you go home and sleep?
Yeah. Basically, I think like the first day they just want you to like sit and do nothing, no movement, nothing like that. And then, maybe 2 days of that. And then they said 3rd day, you should be fine to like get your life going.
That's not bad.
No.
And then when do you go back to like get the packing out?
That I don't know. I'll be honest. I haven't been paying attention to a lot of the emails that they send.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
well, it'll be a pleasant surprise. You'll be like, hey, today's the day. I mean, it can't be that long. It must be like Friday or something.
I'm hoping it's even sooner, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, I have a feeling that it's actually quite quick, but
I just wonder when you get to take that first new breath. I heard that like the moment you can breathe again, it's like a pretty big change.
Wow. I'm like actually really excited because it's like
you're like hooked up to an oxygen mask or something. Like all of a sudden you just get all this oxygen.
It's interesting because like, the last couple of weeks I haven't been drinking and I've been going to sleep like really early. Like with the exception of last night, because a friend was over, I went to sleep at 11:15. I've been going to sleep by like 9 p.m.
Yeah. Have you been sleeping just incredibly well?
I actually have been sleeping quite well.
There's no alcohol. Like the quality of your sleep is so much better.
Yeah, but like I'm waking up like really tired.
Really?
Yeah, and like it's like so hard for me to wake up in the morning. Like I'm like in this deep trance sleep.
Right. Like maybe your body's not used to like 4 hours of deep sleep.
Yeah, and I'm not even taking anything because usually I'll take like a Z-Quil or melatonin or something. I'm taking nothing.
Right.
And no drinking, nothing. I just go into sleep. And one of my hypothesis is that because of my breathing, like my quality of sleep is not great.
Right.
Like I'm not breathing enough like air into my, I don't know, body.
Yeah. Remind me, you don't snore? Do you snore?
I'm an occasional snorer, not an every night snorer, but I do.
Right. Well, I'm really excited for you. And I feel like I've definitely heard from everyone who's gotten it that it's like a game changer, and that like, especially with like running and all this stuff, like you're going to feel like you have just a fucking oxygen tank hooked up to you, just blasting oxygen down your nose.
I'm very excited about it because it's, there's so many ailments I'm fighting through at the moment. So
yeah, you are a fighter. You're fighting allergies and fucking
hearing. And then over on Saturday, I pulled my calf and I can limping around. Like, yeah, I need to breathe. I think the breathing is going to kickstart a whole new health wave.
Yeah. I like that.
It's like the AI boom.
It's the AI boom for your respiratory system. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the way, congratulations.
Thank you. Well, congratulate me after it happens, just in case I end up having this huge.
You might have a big ass nose. Yeah. You come back with a big ass nose. It won't be a congratulations. At least maybe it'll suck up a lot of air. If you have a big nose, maybe you'll get more oxygen in that thing. Yeah, that's great.
But I don't know if you were over the weekend. Did you get lottery fever?
Oh, bro, I meant to go today to get tickets and I didn't. And I feel like today? I blew it.
It's over. It happened on Saturday.
No, but didn't it not have a winner on Saturday?
No, they had 2 winners. They had a winner in Missouri. Yeah. Yeah.
I heard last night that it was up to 1.7 billion.
Yeah. So it was 2 winners split 1.8 billion. Oh,
I was
Missouri and Texas.
Okay. Well, that's good. Then I don't have FOMO because I thought I had a chance today to become a billionaire. I thought the drawing was tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm like, what's your kind of, are you a lottery buyer?
So like, I would say probably 5 times in my life when it's gotten to like this number, like over $1 billion, I've definitely went and bought like $100 worth. And then there was a time when we were filming Fantasy Factory where it was like a funny little side story of an episode where we went and bought like a couple $1,000s worth.
Yeah, I remember that. What's interesting is like a lot of my friends went and bought lottery tickets, and we were joking about like people are buying like thousands of dollars of lottery tickets at like the gas stations everywhere. And I've always had this weird thing. I've bought lottery tickets in my life, definitely. But I remember as a child, my dad would buy, lottery tickets every so often, maybe even every week. I don't remember. And I would look at the other people buying lottery tickets and I'd be like, I don't want to be these people. And in my mind, it got etched as a low income thing to do is to buy lottery tickets. And I know when the jackpot,
majority is, right?
Yeah. So, and I know when the jackpot's big, everyone's buying it. Like, even in Beverly Hills, people are buying lottery tickets. So I don't want to say that it's like only a low income thing, but like there's like some scary statistics that I started looking up because I was just curious. I was like, what's going on? Because like to me, the whole lottery system is a scam to me.
It is. I would say it's essentially a sort of extra little tax on mostly low income people.
So people have called it a regressive tax because predominantly the poor are helping fund state budget with their losses. And the big problem with lottery ads, it shows they're saying become a millionaire and everyone's happy. And they're basically, it's a predatory style of marketing that preys on gambling because it's literally gambling. It's 1 in 300 million chance of winning a mega jackpot.
Yeah.
You're more likely to get struck by lightning.
Yep.
Okay.
It's complete. It's a
complete
question. Yep.
So the statistics share that like 60 to 70% of the total pot of the lottery money goes back to funding prizes. And then 30 to 40% goes to state budgets, education, and infrastructure. But like, if you just think about it, like that much money. Okay. So let's look at $1.8 billion and let's assume 60% of it went to funding. You're talking about north of $1 billion. Well, no, more than $1.8 billion was actually, we probably spent what?
That's only 60%. Billion. Yeah.
Yeah. So $3 billion. $3 billion were sucked out of the economy in a week. Yeah.
And then not only that, but the tax on the actual winnings is another tax.
Yes. And
like, think about it. The cash, I think the cash giveaway was like 700 or 800 million.
No less. I think it was like 500-600 million, depending on the state you're in.
Right. So either way, you're taxed crazy. So now you're saying roughly 3 billion and the winner probably takes home 500 to, I guess, if you took the payments, I guess you could say over time you made 900 maybe. I don't know. But the point is like 3 billion, the actual winner takes home, let's say, on average, 700 million. That's a scam.
And you're talking about $2.3 billion that just disappeared out of the economy to go to dysfunctional state budgets that don't provide any value to their citizens. And so to me, like, lottery should be banned.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it literally should be banned. And the statistics, there was a study that happened in this is obviously a long time ago, but in 2016, that people earning less than $10,000 per year spent an average of $600 a year on lottery tickets. $600. Can you believe that?
It's sad when you really look into it.
It's really bad. And then it disproportionately, 80% of all lottery spending is the bottom quartile of households.
I would rather, let me say this, even though it would be more frowned upon, I would rather like DraftKings do it and take like a percentage, take a rake, take 10%, fine. And, or 10% maybe is even a little crazy, but like take something, sure. As a
privatized lottery.
Yeah. Because the way it is now is a complete scam.
Privatized lottery increase the odds of actually winning money. If the real goal here is like people are addicted to gambling, they're going to gamble anyways.
Right.
And fuck it, give it to them on the platter, make it easy to do it from your phone. Or is it the idea? Because like the fact that the lottery funds anything is a joke, because we'd rather have the money in the citizen's hand than
that's what I'm saying.
Let
the platform take a fee. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like the winner then wins $2.8 billion.
So
like at least keep it real.
Okay. So like, let's take a look at like this week. Imagine if we had no lottery and $3 billion was instead spent into our economy.
Yep.
Instead of pissed away.
Here's what I'm curious. How much was COVID stimulus?
Trillions. 2 trillion.
Okay. And then how much is collected in lottery a year?
I just looked it up. So last year, Americans spent over $113 billion.
Okay, great. So obviously it's not 1-to-1, but the point is, imagine if the government said, hey, we're going to give everyone, we're going to do a stimulus, $100 billion every year.
Yeah.
It'd be massive. It'd be like, and that's just people keeping their money as opposed to, it's a scam. It's an absolute racket. And I just wish, these are the types of things that I wish, like while we're talking about tax and Mamdani and raising taxes and taking more money from the rich people, no one mentions these in-your-face scam.
No. This is the biggest in-your-face scam. I'm like so disgusted buy the lottery. I can't even tell you. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. I didn't know the details that we just went over, but I had my opinion of it was that it's a scam and it's a tax on essentially, it's predatory. Like you said, you're selling a dream. It's great marketing.
Yeah. Because by the way, I don't think DraftKings and FanDuel can do marketing and say, change your life, become a millionaire, bet on football. You can't. Right, there's no way they're allowed to do that.
Right. Yeah, it's fucked. It's really fucked up. I would also love to see an accounting of where that money actually goes. Because I bet it is just lost in the pot of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, the fucking high-speed rail in California, the fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it's a joke. We know it's a joke, and I think that's the frustrating part about like the government inefficiencies is like the lottery is such a prime example of full-blown scam.
Yeah.
Like if Mamdani cares about the people, he should ban lottery. I would say that is. Yeah.
Like if he said it as part of his thing, I'm like, that's pretty smart. You know, what gets me is nobody, I mean, other than I would say Elon did it, and I would say Trump maybe mentioned it a couple times, but like nobody actually talks about the real thing.
No.
Like if Mamdani was like, I'm going to get rid of the lottery, it's predatory, it's a tax on our lowest income citizens. Like, you know, at least even though it may never happen, I would be like, he's kind of like he's hitting real things.
Well, you know, like, I don't know if you've been following some of the RFK stuff, but one of the things that he's been advocating for even getting in this position was he wanted to make sure that EBT and all welfare payments do not allow people to buy
like soda
sugary drinks and processed foods.
Yeah.
That's like a no-brainer to me. Like the low income population in America have the biggest health challenges. They're the biggest burden to the healthcare system. They're probably not living anywhere near a healthy lifestyle or as long as wealthy Americans. So why not change that trajectory?
Yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like there's just no one's addressing the real thing. And I bet if you look at the fact that we're essentially funding junk food to feed people. Like once again, if you worded it differently and said, okay, you know what we're going to do instead? We're going to give every, person below a certain threshold free soda and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
For the year, you'd be like, oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, when I drive by a fast food place and it says EBT accepted, it's like, it's very convenient. It's generally inexpensive, but like, man, that's not helping their cause. Yeah.
Well, hey, what a bummer on the 1.7 bill. I mean, you're right, but I did have some FOMO. This was one of the ones where I think we should have went and stocked up. We could have won it.
I couldn't get myself to it. I just was like, this is such a scam. I refuse to participate.
It's just anytime it gets to a billion.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, like we're never going to find out who the winner is because it's fake.
Right.
Anonymous winner doesn't want to come out.
Yeah. It's all a scam. And I mean, have you seen the fucking... There's documentaries and stories about some of these winners. Like, it's fucking wild.
It's dark. They all end up being broke anyways.
Yeah, there's like a lot of death and suicides, and it gets fucking... Yeah. It's dark. It's a dark world.
You can't just hand $1 billion to some low-income person.
Don't even hand it to me.
Yeah.
I'd fuck it up. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. What about... Can you explain to me as a sports fan what's going on? Another thing about like people being fucked up is I saw this video of, did you see the video of the dad or the guy, the full grown man at the tennis match stealing the hat from the little kid?
Yeah. So there's been a lot of incidents. Yes.
Right. Then the home run ball. What's going on?
So the first incident was at the US Open where a young kid got a hat, I think autographed or given to him by one of the players. An older gentleman steals it and completely jacks it from him, goes viral. They expose him. He's a businessman. And then his statement is ridiculous. Basically like first come, first served, like a tennis play on words, which is actually quite clever. And he basically was like, I don't really give a shit. I'm going to do whatever I want. And simultaneously,
you should have been faster. It's a life lesson. You got to be fast. Yeah, he was just,
Yeah. And then over the weekend at the Phillies game, a dad goes into one section over and grabs a foul ball or a home run. I don't know what it was, and comes back to give it to his kid. Kid is like so stoked. And this woman, I mean, literally Karen to a T.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like a Karen. Walks over and basically lectures the dad. The dad actually remains really calm and basically grabs the ball from the kid and gives it back to the woman. And the internet this is equivalent, in my opinion, to the Coldplay Kiss
cam. Yep.
It got that kind of press. And it became like a social commentary on how to react to something like this. And so there's a whole bunch of school of thought, which was like, he did it the right way. Nothing's worked fighting psychos like that. And then there's a whole another school of thought was like, you need to teach your kids respect. You got that ball. You earned it. You're a bitch for giving that ball up.
You're right.
Yeah. So there was like these two camps.
But nobody was in Karen's camp.
No one was in Karen's camp. No, nobody was.
Just wanted to be sure. I thought.
And then Karen obviously turns out to be a New Jersey school administrator, a Democrat, of course.
The internet, man.
The internet just went berserk on this woman. And so, I mean, I don't know how she walks around tomorrow at school.
It's so bad.
I mean, so I have a bunch of comments around it. One, I actually think what the father did was absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think there's giving it back. Yeah. I think there's too many psychos in the country today to go and get an argument or fight about anything. Right. I will always and I could be a pussy for saying it, but I will not fight with people. It is such a complete waste of time and energy, especially given how mentally ill most people are.
Right.
Like this woman is mentally ill. The mentally ill woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I hear you. I'm trying to think if I agree or what I think, but keep going.
And then simultaneously, I'm also thinking what would make a grown woman? She looks like she's in her 50s, maybe even 60s.
Yeah.
Go over there and lecture this fucking guy who gave his kid a baseball. So that's also another thing. Where are we at as society where these types of people, everyone is so concerned about what everyone else is doing. Worry about your fucking self. We have my wife always, when the kids are fighting, my wife always goes, worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. We just literally sing it to them. Don't worry about everyone else. Why are you concerned that they got a ball from your section? Who gives a shit?
I think there's also just a weird entitlement that is in both of these cases and in a lot of other things where I don't know, you just feel like you're entitled. I can't even justify it with a 50 or 60-year-old woman. You're supposed to be from the generation that was much more selfless, but there's this entitlement that's fuck anyone else, their kid, their feel-good story, their work, their whatever, fuck them. That's my ball. And I just wonder, I think I agree with you that fighting is pointless, especially with crazy people. But I feel we're also I feel even when you look at politics and stuff, or let's say a lot of the kind of corporate cancel culture and stuff is all the sane people kept acquiescing to the loud people. And I think it caused a lot of issues.
I don't know what acquiesce means.
They you're saying they threw up their hands and said, whatever you want. Okay, fine.
Given.
And or sort of giving in. And I feel like there was all these instances of the sane, like where the fuck is the sane, rational, logical people? They're all here. They're just quiet and they don't want to fight with the crazies. But I feel like the crazies are making shit fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look, ultimately,
we got to stand up to them at some point.
Well, I think karma got everyone after, right? She's going to get what's coming to her, which is probably like torture for the rest of her life. And then the kid got to go meet one of the players, got a bat, got like autographed, and they're like American heroes, right?
That's true. That's true.
So I do think
won in the end.
Yeah, like I think we're lucky that it was on camera, on television, and then obviously on top of that, everyone's recording everything. So like, I think we're going to end up in, the good guys are going to win in this case, but I get it. Like, you don't want to give in to the crazies, but like, I also like this guy was with his kid. Like, let
me give you another example. I hear you. Like, if one of your kids, going back to using your kids or your parenting as a reference, like no matter how much one of your kids throws a fit about something that they want that you aren't allowing them to have, I would imagine you don't just give in. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to fight with anyone either, especially a crazy lady at a baseball game. But like, at what point do we shut these people up and say like, no, you can't act that way. It's no. Go back to your seat, you crazy fucking lady.
So I think the challenge is, at the end of the day, human beings need to be responsible for themselves and their family. And you can't control other people. And it's like what I tell my children, like, we only can control what's in our control. We cannot control other people. And so when you see something
in your control, you got the ball in the mitt.
Yeah. But like the aftermath of dealing with that, like, and maybe it's just more of like my passive Indian nature where I'm just going to be like, fuck this. I'm not like in my 20s, I probably would have gone to a fight 100%. Like I would have screamed and yelled and I would have stood up for myself.
Yeah.
I do not think I would do it as a parent because people are psychotic.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like one thing that I don't do anymore really is I don't honk at people on the road.
Never.
Because I feel like everyone has a gun.
Yeah. It's like, my thing is like, I'm not going to get frustrated with driving or like trivial things because like people have lost their mind.
Yeah.
Like I'm not dealing with
man.
that shit.
I'm not saying
like exactly like when I see a crazy on Sunset, right? I walk Sunset a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm with my kids. Even if I'm by myself, I cross the street.
Yeah. Same.
Instantly. I don't give a shit. I see it 3 blocks away. I'm like, we're crossing.
Not worth it. Because the problem is you look on fucking Citizen and everyone's getting like stabbed with machetes and shit.
Machetes. On Citizen, everyone has a machete.
Yes, everyone has a fucking machete. So whenever I'm walking down the street, I'm trying to get my goddamn steps in over here. So now I started like walking to the coffee shop and walking. And anytime I see someone that looks nuts, I just think like, man, there's a machete in that guy's backpack. And I'm going to be on 100%. Fucking Citizen.
Yeah.
And like, you're going to die for something, for nothing. Because you got machete in the neck. I don't know if you saw what happened in Charlotte
over the weekend.
Yes.
I mean, that is literally how I feel like when I'm on a subway in New York City.
Yeah. I feel that way walking down Sunset.
Yeah. Same Sunset. When I'm walking down Sunset, I'm like, I'm not trying to be in the news today.
Was that woman from the Ukraine?
Yeah.
That's real. So the story is that I saw quickly was that a woman moved here from the Ukraine, sort of escaping Ukraine, and just on the train got stabbed in the neck and died.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh my God. Yeah, I see that news story with my face on it every time I walk down Sunset.
Yeah, and it's like, it's frightening. I mean, just imagine with kids. Like it is like,
I can't.
Like it's your most valuable asset. Like, do you really want to put your kids in jeopardy to like go for a walk? No, you don't want to deal with this shit.
I just feel like my complaint here, which I don't like the way I sound. I feel like an old guy, but is like, I feel like we've sort of given in to the bullshit too much, and the bullshit just keeps fucking bullshitting.
So I agree. I think the Karens of the world, I feel those incidents have actually dramatically dropped because of the phone and because of hyper awareness that, you That's act true. Like this, your life will get ruined. I think when it comes to safety, that is a completely political issue. And until you get people that are willing to change the laws and enforce behavior, we're never going to change that, right? Like,
right, because apparently the fellow on the train, the stabber, has a lot of long criminal
arrests. Yeah, but getting arrested and going to jail are two different things. Like, you need to go to jail.
That's
if you're a criminal, you need to go to jail.
Imagine that's your family member, and you look and see that this guy was let out of jail 10 times.
Yeah, and I think that ultimately is the dilemma that like people have to face in when they go vote, of like, are you looking for some sort of pseudo equality and some sort of, some people just got dealt the wrong cards, or are you trying to live in a society that's, I don't know, safe and fair? And it's like, there's so many things you can do to fix the broken part of this country. And it could start with making places safer. And look at the National Guard in DC. I don't know, the uproar has kind of gone away. The only people protesting today over the weekend were white people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what bums me out too, is like, and I'll say both sides are guilty of this, but like, just for the sake of keeping the peace, but like, there's just kind of like the instant reaction is protest and say it's terrible. Don't actually look at it. Don't actually take a look at the statistics or what the results are or what people are actually saying who live there. Just protest it first. Yeah. And it's just like, ugh. Yeah, I mean, that's an issue. The DC issue is an issue. Like, there's not a lot of them, but that's one that has come up like in my life with my friends, like having conversations with friends, talking about how like, oh my gosh, like militarizing, like, here we go, fucking fascism. And I'm like, damn, dude, it's like the propaganda works before you even see what the statistics are.
Yeah. I would love some fascism in LA then.
Yeah, bring it on. Please put it all down Sunset. I want Fascism Boulevard. I will be. Yeah.
Change Sunset to fascism. If you could change from Crescent Heights to Vine, Fascism Boulevard.
Yep. And I can just walk to get my coffee, get my steps. I'll walk down. I'll meet you. And we'll meet halfway. And just frolic down the street with the kids.
When I bike east with my kids, I have an 8 and 5-year-old. We bike down Sunset Boulevard. We must dodge the most insane things on our way. We bike to like La Brea. We bike down. We'll go around the side streets. It's insane.
It is insane. On my walks the other day, I was like, well, I'm going to go for a long walk. I had time. Let me get my steps. I made the terrible decision of going up to Hollywood Boulevard
and forget Hollywood
and walking for half a mile. And it felt like you were in a haunted house, but the machetes were real. It felt crazy. And you could even see like tourists, like with their eyes just kind of wide, like they obviously saw Hollywood Boulevard and Walk of Fame on like the brochure. And they were it was like Halloween Horror Nights at Universal City Walk, man. But you
didn't have to pay anymore. You could just, if you want Hollywood Horror Nights are free, at 10 p.m., walk from Highland to Vine on Hollywood Boulevard.
Literally.
Walk up and down. You will be scared out of your mind.
Yes.
We should actually set up a booth.
Yes.
We should set up a booth and sell tickets.
Yeah, we should charge for it. Because the funny thing is you can do it all year round. It's Halloween all year round. You don't got to wait. Bro, it is nuts. But I hear you. I'm surprised. How far east do you even allow? Like, do you go past La Brea?
No, absolutely not.
No chance, right?
Yeah, we'll go to Highlands sometimes. If I'm just with Dominic, I'll go with Highlands. If I'm with the little one, we're not going past La Brea. Absolutely not.
No chance. And definitely not past Highland.
No. Oh God. Past Highland. It's like Iraq 2006.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm looking at it right now. It's nuts. Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. I think a big topic here's a big one in general is like just all things interest rates and really interest rates, right? So I would say number one, we are now officially in September. When's the Fed meeting? September is supposed to be when we're getting.
I think next week.
Right. Okay. So the Fed meeting is coming. There's all this now kind of, I would call it like just the realistic, like, yeah, no shit. There's numbers coming in about job numbers being bad, job openings being bad, a lot of stuff. There's an interesting story here that I guess we can just kind of mention quickly in the overall discussion about this family who, this husband and wife who bought a house together years ago at a 2% mortgage. They have since gotten divorced in April, but this is wild. They are not moving out. The husband lives in the house. The wife lives in a fucking Airstream trailer in the yard because they can't stand to let go of the 2% mortgage rate. Yeah. And I'm guessing, and this article is kind of talking about how this isn't a one-off thing. There are a lot of instances where couples locked into a low mortgage rate and now don't want to get rid of the house. So they're doing these weird like shared times and like weird shit where like this mortgage rate is the thing that's like keeping them, with any sort of contact. Pretty wild.
It's fascinating. Like and maybe this is me being a bit naive in terms of like, I've never been the one that was like very enamored with home ownership. And I don't knock home ownership. I actually want to own a home. Like I'm very excited about one day owning a home, but it wasn't like, I wasn't so fixated on it. Like if I could afford it and I can get the house I want, I would buy it. But if I can't, I'm not losing sleep over it.
Right.
But I do want to own a home. Like, so, for me, that's more of my story to that. The thing that like I'm finding fascinating in this interest rate drama is that like people are like hanging their hat on this 2%, 3% mortgage. And they're like, I can never move. I know, but like you own a home and you have an incredible deal. Why can't you be content with that home and just be happy? And by the way, maybe again, that moment will come where you will be able to own a home at the price and blah, 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 blah. But like at this time, it doesn't happen. But like, it's such a drama every single day about these interest rates and being able to own a home. Well, in fact, we know home ownership right now is more expensive than it's ever been in a long time. With a combination of not just interest rates, insurance rates, depending on the state you live in, property taxes gone up everywhere. It's very expensive to own a home, right? And maintenance.
Obviously that fucking DWP bill is a house on its own.
Exactly. So like, like you could, and I look at the rental market in West Hollywood and Hollywood all the time. Rents have dropped.
Yeah.
Rents aren't going up anymore. Not in this area. They are dropping.
Yeah.
If homeownership is like this couple that's married with 2 kids, they're just going to be miserable for a 2.75% mortgage rate.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. But I think that I think that shows how much owning a home is just in the American psyche.
Yeah.
Like it's just a thing. It's not always rational. And we've talked a lot about like the quality of investment, even with a great interest rate, the quality of investment on a home versus the market or a lot of other options that you have to invest money over a long term. But it's just in the mind of the American that you need to own a home.
I agree. I'm not in the camp that like you got to own a home for like you shouldn't think about home ownership in just a financial investment standpoint. Like, cause I used to be in that camp, but I don't believe that. Like, a home is where you live, and if you have family, where your kids will grow up, all those types of things. So like, I appreciate that and I respect that. I do, though, have to like at least consider, like, at some point, just having like a certain quality of life might be better than owning a home. Like,
and what's happening? The husband is bringing home his new bae, and they have to walk past the Airstream, and they have to tiptoe because wifey is fucking might look out the window. Like, what are you doing? The thing that I don't get, and look, maybe this will change if when I have kids or a family or whatever, but I don't care at all about owning a home unless A, you just have so much liquid cash that it does not matter and you might as well. Yeah. Or B, there's some reason why financially it makes more sense. But if it makes more sense to rent, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. And I just don't understand, like you're saying, the reason for making yourself miserable. And it looks like in this photo, do these people have 2 kids?
Yes, they're 2 kids.
Okay, right. So what's the fucking dynamic? Mom's in the trailer?
Well, they say they like it's trade off when they have, the kids. And so some days, they're just staying by themselves.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And dad's got a fucking side piece in the trailer. And the kids are like, where's daddy? I want to go visit daddy. No, you can't because fucking Deborah's over tonight. She's out in the trailer. What? What are you doing? Just get an apartment.
But by the way, they have an apartment too. They also rent a $1,300 a month. These people are dumb. They're literally dumb.
But I would say this is probably like it's some version of this is probably really common. I bet you there are people doing really dumb things to keep their mortgage.
Okay, but like the problem with this story, why it drives me nuts. Let's just say you want to own the home. What if the couple says, fine, we'll own the home because it's such a good deal. Well, let's rent it out. And let's use that rental money to each go rent our own places and go on with our life. This is just a fucking insane story.
Right. Or one person pay rent to the other person who uses that to get an apartment or something. Do something. Yeah. But don't be in a fucking trailer in the yard. That sounds like a Will Ferrell movie.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, to the point. I mean, look, hopefully though, we are at the, too stupid, too late, or whatever the tagline is for Jay Powell. I mean, we're getting into the territory of some pretty brutal numbers, job numbers and things like that. And I mean, hopefully we get more than a 25 basis point cut next week. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
there was the jobs report that came out on Friday, and everyone was like, this will determine our future. This will determine your children's future, this job report. Because basically what you needed was a job report. There was 3 options. 1, jobs are strong. Everything's great. The other option is it's horrible. It's way worse than we thought. Or it's shitty, but it's a manageable shitty, which is what it was.
Right.
And, we don't believe, it's hard to believe any of this data as it is because it gets revised anyways. More than likely, I'm sure it'll end up getting revised downward and be much worse. But all of the job gains that happened were part-time. They were not full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And if you look at like some of the impacts of the immigration policies, like, I don't know how quickly these jobs are going to replace. If they don't get replaced, what happens? And then we then move into this territory of like, okay, so there aren't these jobs in the market. What are we going to do next? So the interest rates are getting cut. They're going to get cut, definitely. I think, if it was me and I'm Jerome Romy, I'm cutting 50.
You got to cut 50, Romy.
Yeah, because
you got to.
The inflation to me is, I think it's going to come down because there's just going to be lower demand for everything, and it should adjust. Or it ends up being hot for a little bit, and you have to raise interest rates next year. Like, why can't we do that?
Yeah. It kind of sucks that Romy is like waiting for things to be so bad, which is people's lives dramatically affected, but to make a switch. Why wouldn't you like try to catch the trend? And then if you were wrong, adjust it a little bit. Why is it these like sweeping, no, we have to wait till it's so obvious and then you're going to make a big move? Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. And the other issue is if you just look at the lottery that just happened, that should be a pretty clear indication that we should be cutting interest rates.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
If we we should cut interest rates, ban the lottery. The economy's booming.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got to get 50 this week. What do you honestly think? Do you think 50?
I mean, I think the market just explodes if we get 50. But I think he's going to give quarter, 3 cuts this year.
Ugh, what a loser.
Too late, pal. Did you see Trump at U.S. Open?
No. Today?
Yeah, he popped in.
Was today the finals?
Yeah, Alcaraz won. But
it's in New York?
Yeah, it was in New York. He popped in and, it's just funny watching him at a sporting event. He's not like a sports guy type. He's just
right, especially that. He has no fucking clue. Right? I mean, there's no way. How was he received? Was there any like reaction?
Yeah, it seemed generally positive. Some people said there were boos in the audience, but like, I'm guessing, generally positive would be my guess.
You think? It feels pretty Libby in there.
It's definitely like, champagne socialist. That's the audience.
Right. But those are the people that like secretly like Trump.
Of course. Yeah. But the harsh reality is they're the richest people in the world, right? Yeah. Like that's who's sitting in those tickets for $15,000 a ticket for the lower bowl. Right.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of secret supporters in that crowd.
Of course, it's a lot of secret. I'm sure there's a lot. If I were to actually go and ask everyone at the U.S. Open, I would say it would be a 50-50 split.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's totally fair. I think that there are probably a lot of, I don't know if this is true or not either. It seems to me that the propaganda has worked where people from other countries are scared to visit here. Like legally come travel.
Yeah. And we kind of anecdotally heard that, and you actually see it in places like LA, where specifically where you live, I'm assuming if you walked up and down the street and ask all the tour operators, their business has to be down.
Yeah.
And specifically what we've seen is Canadians have had the biggest drop in coming to America.
Right. And to me, that's the propaganda working. Because there is this like little bit of Canada-US beef at the moment.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have that person that I work with from Paris who is legitimately scared of, and like literally she came and went already. And she texted me the moment she landed and was like, I got in, everything was fine. They didn't care at all. And like, there was like genuine relief because I think that there's a feeling that like,
you should be excited to be in America.
I know. Welcome to the winner's circle. But there was like a genuine fear, I think, of travel here at the moment.
So they're saying that there's 25% less Canadians coming to the U.S. the first 6 months of the year. But overall tourism decline is only 8%. International tourism.
It's all
so
Canadians,
it's not.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think Canada, America. I think the 51st state really pushed some Canadians over.
Well, look, then.
But look at this number. Let's just look at this. I'll share a number. International visitor spending that in May that the United States will lose $12.5 billion, and spending, right? You know what that is? 4 weeks of lottery. Shut it down.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's nothing. We can replace Canada with fucking 4 weeks of lottery.
Shut down the lottery and you never have to let anyone in again.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, here's a good one. So really, I mean, I guess, what are we talking about here? I think we're talking about American greatness.
Yep.
I admittedly, once again, I'm not super in the loop. I did watch a little bit of the All In episode. I saw some of the like posting and stuff, but there was a get together of the most, the best and brightest that America has to offer. Truly exceptional, global dominance, all in the Oval Office. They all had a White House powwow, and it's Bill Gates and Tim Cook and Sam Altman, everyone with Trump. I guess my first kind of question there, what were they doing? What was that?
Trump had called like a meeting of
an American exceptionalist meeting.
Yeah. And these are the things, remember when we were talking a few years ago that Sleepy never had a relationship with these people, never had a
sort of
relationship
with them.
Yeah. And so like the administration never had the olive branch to the tech community, which if you think about it, you remember like the last like 50 years, everyone would say America's soft power was always culture.
Yeah.
I don't think it is culture anymore. I think the power is technology. Yeah, 100%. To me, it's like what we are doing from a technology standpoint is the most powerful thing the country's ever done. Like movies and music are great. There's nothing like what's happening with AI and robotics and just the sheer size of Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Meta. We control the world.
Yeah.
And these folks need to be a part of the story of the country and why we are so great. And if we don't celebrate them and don't get them on our side, then they're going to take their operations elsewhere.
Right. It also just, I don't know, man. I don't want to I truly don't. I know we joke a lot. I don't want this to be like super, super like Trump fanboy, but like, come on, man. That's what you want to see. Like you want to see the greatest business minds and fucking tech minds and innovators of the world in our White House with the leader of the biggest government in the world. Like you want to see that.
Yeah.
You don't want to see division and like, and like an animosity and and I think good.
And I think it's also like, I like it because we are in like a very existential time in the country's history, just given all the things that have happened. And I think AI is one of those like transformational things. I would say us having the first nuclear weapon, the atom bomb, it gave us a lot of power over the next 50, 60, 70 years. And I think having dominance in technology and AI is the equivalent of having those things.
Yeah, 100%.
And
you just you can't have a government. Imagine if the government at that time villainized Einstein and all the greatest scientific minds of that time who ended up building the nuclear bomb.
Like Oppenheimer was his work was funded by the government.
We brought Nazis.
Yeah.
We brought fucking Nazis because they were the greatest minds in rocketry and in those things. And I'm not saying that was necessarily great, but it ended up working out. And my point is there was a priority of like national being first and greatness and the best and brightest above all else.
Yeah. And I think
well, keep going. Yeah, you go.
No, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, even though in today's day and age, people love to call these people Nazis, I'm talking about real fucking Nazis. That's the shit we did to be number
guys.
one. Right. We did that to be number one. And I'm not talking about whether it was right or not. I'm talking about like, come on, man. We gotta, there's an element here that I feel like nobody talks about that is like there are multiple other countries that would love for us all to be gone here in America. And we got, it's competitive, man. You gotta,
So I do like that meeting happened. Some of it's just performative and it's like putting on a show, which is fine. Like Trump wants shows. He's not going to just, he needs that vibe. Otherwise it doesn't make sense. But one noticeable figure that was not there was Elon Musk.
No,
and
it feels like a breakup. It feels like how girls feel about like when their favorite celebrity breaks up. It's like, I feel like it's bad for the country that these two aren't together.
Yeah. I also think it's good. I think it's like Elon usually kind of, he takes up a room, and with Sam Altman there and Bill Gates, these are all like Elon's rivals.
I know, but don't you want them all together? Don't you want one big happy entrepreneurial family?
It's just not
the richest guy
like
on earth, at least on paper. Like you want him in the room.
Yeah. Well,
the guy's building rockets.
Well, part of the reason why is he is potentially
like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, well, that and potentially Tesla board or Tesla executives. I don't know the details, but they're proposing a $1 trillion package that this assumes a 10-year plan where the company reaches eventual valuation of $8.5 trillion from around $1 trillion today.
Did he receive his last one, or did that end up
remember the court in Delaware shot it down.
Right. I didn't remember whether it ended up going through. It never did.
No.
So he's never getting this money.
He moved out of Delaware.
True.
But I think if I'm a shareholder on the board of Tesla, why not just throw this carrot? Because what if he gets it? Everyone else gets filthy rich.
Not only that, but if this deal goes through, it makes me want to load up on Tesla stock because you're just like, if he's incentivized with $1 trillion for that shit to, what is it? What's the market cap today? $1 trillion?
About $1 trillion.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
Get your trillion. I can't, man. The fact of the matter is, unless pending some catastrophic thing, this guy's going to be a fucking trillionaire.
Yeah.
And we're going to see it.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in the group chat studio talking about, I forget who was first, Apple or Microsoft, that they were about to have $1 trillion market cap. And we were talking about how insane that was. This guy's about to have a net worth of $1 trillion. It's mind-boggling.
By the way, that's just on Tesla stock. There's other companies he started that are very valuable too.
No, I'm saying regardless of if he gets this deal or not, he's going to get $1 trillion. He's going to reach $1 trillion.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, what happens when SpaceX goes public? He's a trillionaire?
At this point, he may never.
Yeah.
At this point, he may never.
Okay, and then last but not least, let's just say this. Positive news, Robotaxi, speaking of Elon, continues to roll out. Apparently now it's out of sort of their little beta test and it's available to all. They do have a waiting list.
It's not available like in our area, but you can download the app and put your credit card so you're on the wait list so when it does come out. Right. But I see a lot of people sharing their Robotaxi rides. The prices are insane. It's like $3 to go across 3 miles. Like,
right.
It's just a different economic structure than everyone else. Like even Waymo, the last 2 weeks in LA, they gave a 25% discount where all my rides have been under $10 and I used it more. Because it was like,
do you think that's in preparation for this? Do you think that's like price testing?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm a deflationary guy. I believe massive deflation is going to happen in our economy. Do you really believe?
Difference. No, you say, what were we going to say? Do I believe what?
My belief. Okay, we know that there's inflation today in consumer goods with tariffs, whatever, right?
Yep.
labor cost and freight costs, all these things.
Right.
In the very near future, let's take Amazon, largest retailer of the world. The warehouse will be 100% robotic.
Yep.
The cars will be autonomous. The delivery will be autonomous. Yep. The labor cost is going to go to zero over the next, 10 years?
Yeah.
5 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're telling me the market will not allow them to charge what they charge today. The market will.
I also think, I think in a way, like inflation is almost like a business opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, there's an opportunity there. How do I make it cheaper? Like if even, or if, not even inflation, but like, let's just say Uber is a great experience it's awesome. But the fact that it's, $20 to get anywhere is an opportunity, or the same with Postmates or the same with Amazon. And like people were just too fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you can already live today. Like people are living with relatively low income jobs like a multimillionaire did in the past, meaning like your food's getting delivered to you. You want an item and it shows up on your doorstep the next day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You have a car service, you have a driver. Like if you explain that 20 years ago that like, hey, here's my life. I mean, sure, maybe the square footage of where you live has not gotten any bigger, but like you say, here's my life. I order my breakfast. I hop in a car and get driven to whatever. I do this, that, whatever. Like it's pretty fucking great.
If Robotaxi scales to a point where car ownership becomes basically irrelevant unless you have kids, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think, or your commute is so long where the cost is prohibitive. But, even at, I don't know what the price, but if people start doing the math that the Robotaxi cost is like negligible, then I think what can easily happen is that you start seeing car ownership plummet, car insurance go to zero, non-existent. Roads should be less traffic, less accidents. So commute should drop because now you don't have people on their phones. It's literally autonomous driving. Like the quality of life and cost of living should decrease.
Yeah.
The quality of life should increase. The cost of living should decrease.
I also have to believe that like by the time, I don't know, I feel like by the time your kids would be driving, it's going to be insane to think that we would have given them keys to a projectile at 16 and said, like, I think that like traffic deaths are going to be looked at as like, whoa, man, that was barbaric.
Well, it's with a lot of the RFK things on vaccines, there's a lot of like obviously controversial kind of topics happening right now, and people are calling vaccines, bad is just like insane. But someone made a really interesting reference, which was up until like the 70s and early 80s, like smoking wasn't really considered like a bad thing either.
No, at all.
And you could make the argument it's probably the worst thing ever.
Right. 100%. And I think we're going to look at the fact that we just gave people keys to a car and said like, here, watch TikTok while you fucking cruise at 50 down La Brea. Like, I think we're going to be like, whoa, man, can you believe this many people used to die a year from this shit? Or like people were wasted fucking cruising home from the bar. It just, I think that might be one of the biggest like changes we see in our lifetime. Yeah. Of like measurable.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And that's why I'm just so optimistic on so many things. And that being one of them. This Robotaxi, Elon pushing everyone. If he's at $3 a ride, no one's paying $15 for an Uber. No one's paying $10 for a Waymo. I'm paying $3.
Not only that, but I just like the business model is so fundamentally different in the sense that like I wonder how much one of those Waymo cars cost. And it can only be used for that, as opposed to Tesla gets to sell the Tesla and then the Tesla gets used as a robotaxi. It's like, it's such a fundamentally different you're selling an item already ready to be converted to autonomous, whereas you don't have to build this fucking Transformers car and deploy it in cities. They're already in every city. It's so crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Meanwhile, they all have fucking anti-Elon stickers on the back. Dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's going to matter when the ride's $3.
I know. Yeah, they don't give a shit. Okay. Well, great episode. We got some shout outs, but good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. I just got a really nice note from your parents.
For your birthday or just now?
No, about my surgery.
About the surgery. Yeah. My parents, so I did remember, but my parents are so fucking awesome that they called me an hour ago to say, hey, I know you have group chat tonight. Don't forget Dee has surgery tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And your dad said that he had the surgery.
Yeah, so
I didn't want to tell you.
I didn't want to tell you, but my dad got the headaches.
Oh shit.
but that was 30 years ago. So
does he still have them?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Damn,
but look,
sucks.
30 years ago, they were probably just going in there with a fucking kitchen knife and just slicing and dicing. You know what I mean? I think we're in a much different. But he did say on my call with him just an hour ago that he still is glad he got it, even with the headaches, because of all of the other
benefits,
side effects. Yeah, all the other benefits. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Mr. Pfaff, and to your mom. Appreciate it.
I'm actually going to ask our boy next time we see him. I wonder if he could fix whatever went wrong with my dad's. I feel like today you could probably fix whatever that is.
Yes, that is a great question. I will ask him tomorrow when I'm at.
If you think about it,
conked out.
Yeah, when you're high as shit on right before you go out, just say, "Hey, can you fix the headache issue?" Yeah, I'm really curious.
Oh, that is interesting. I will ask. All right, so a couple YouTube shout outs. First one from Jared Show SSO3789. Want to give a shout out to Group Chat Pod. I really appreciate the effort you guys pour into each week's episode. Even doing it without any financial gain, it's easily my most anticipated listen of the week. So big shout out to y'all. Appreciate that.
Isn't that sweet? Nice. Thank you, Jared.
Other one from Royce Jacob. Winner of the week is YouTube for airing this Chargers Chiefs game in Sao Paulo. They got Beast and Speed running specials on it too. Brilliant. And happy birthday, Uncle D. Thanks, Royce. Royce is a longtime supporter of the pod.
Nice. And shout out to YouTube. That's big.
Yeah, it was fun. They had like a lot of YouTube stars all over the episode. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's really smart. That's the future.
Yeah, like Roger Goodell was sitting next to some YouTuber. I think his name was Marlon.
Yeah,
I don't know who he is, but he was sitting next to him.
Familiar. Yeah, got it. That feels like the future of sports.
Yeah, just let these kids be the announcers. Let it just go.
Yeah. Let speed run wild and fucking race people or whatever.
Let him in the game. Yeah. He seems faster than half these people.
Let him run the ball.
The next one from Menace, also a long-term supporter of the pod. What's up, Group Chat crew? Currently listening to you on a beach in the Bahamas. Love the last episode talking about getting your health ish together in your 40s. I did the same, and with some help from Zepbound, dropped 60 pounds. Shout out to my dogs at Eli Lilly.
Yeah.
But if anyone is listening to the pod in their 30s and can jump on it now, you'll be such ahead of the game. Don't waste away your 30s feeling tired and looking terrible. Check this out. I ran with Taylor, our good friend Taylor Offer this weekend, and he's on everything. He's on like GLP-1 and peptides, but he's like, yeah. And by the way, I'm gonna give him credit. He looks fantastic.
Does he look good?
Unbelievable. He looks great.
Look, the drugs work, man. I mean, I'm going to have to go get a consultation of what type of drugs I'm in the market for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why I'm not on everything at this point. What am I? No, am I just worried that there's not enough data? Is that it?
No, I think it's just a bit of a nuisance to like get started. You know, it's like also like, I don't know, what vitamins do you take?
I don't know. My wife just put some shit out and I take it.
Exactly. So if she just added like, here's a couple syringes, pop these in your left hip. I think it's just that's all it is. At least for speaking for myself, it's just like, okay, you got to go get blood work done. You got to go get a consultation and you got to get the full suite. And, it's a big undertaking, but I'm almost there.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It feels like
if I do it before I'll give you the hookup,
Okay.
Like what I need is just I need someone to just come in here and be like, hey man, here you go. 2 syringes of that, 1 of this, and 3 of those, and you're fucking golden.
Hit up Dr. Jeff.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Well, you might see me with some syringes a couple weeks. All right. Good luck tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be great. Can't wait to get the update and hear about your new schnoz.
I told him you can use me on Instagram. You can use my NAS. Those profile pics.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Testimonial. Okay. Thank you everyone for listening. Have a great week. See you soon.